Before I start my predictions, this is literally UFC 295. If you get it, you get it. To start off the card, Dennis Bazooka versus Jamal Emmers. Look, Daniel Bazooka got absolutely dominated in his last fight. Aljo couldn't even teach him how to grapple. I'm gonna go with Jamal Emmers to win by TKO in the second, and this is why. He has better striking, he's an all-around just better fighter, and he can grapple. So second round, TKO or knockout. Next fight up the card, Joshua Van versus Kevin Borjas. I'm going with Joshua Van to win this fight. He's the better striker, and in general, he's just been in this a little longer. I'm going for Joshua Van to win by unanimous decision, 29-28. Next fight up the card, John Castaneda versus Kang Hoi Kang. I'm going with the undercard this fight, which is Kang, and this is why. He's taller, he's longer, and I think, in my opinion, he has a pretty good jab. I know he doesn't have the best grappling, but I don't think he'll be able to get taken down. So I think Kang will win by 29-28 decision. And now for the early prelim headliner, Jared Gordon versus Mark Madsen. I'm going with a slight favorite, Jared Gordon. Before this video, I think he was the underdog, but now he's not, and I understand why. Jared Gordon's boxing looked way better against Bobby Green. I know he got headbutt, but you can't lie, it did look a lot better. Mark Madsen, sure, he only has one loss, but he's still not that good. I mean, he can wrestle, but other than that, he can't do anything. Jared Gordon to win by 30-27 decision. Now to start off the prelims, Nazem Sadykhov versus Vyacheslav Borshev. I'm going with Sadykhov to win the fight. He is just more powerful, and he's much more faster, and he is a lot more stronger. What I mean by stronger, he can pick your ass up without even trying. What I mean by power, he has knockout power. What I mean by speed, he has very good movement on the feet. I'm going with Sadykhov to win by TKO or knockout in the third. Next fight up the card, Matuis Rebecki versus Roosevelt Roberts. I think it's pretty obvious who's winning this fight. Rebecki is for sure winning this fight. There's no way Robert Roosevelt wins. I have no clue why it's so close on the which one is the favorite and shit. You guys gotta remember, Roosevelt Roberts, when he was in the UFC, was on a 3-fight losing streak, and then he got cut. He's not that good. Knockout in the second for Rebecki. Next fight up the card, Tabitha Ricci versus Lupi Godinez. I'm going with another underdog. I think Tabitha Ricci's way better than Lupi Godinez. I think she's a better striker, and she's a lot more powerful. And if it does get to the ground, I think Tabitha Ricci could easily get back up. So I'm going with Tabitha Ricci to win by knockout in the second round. And now for the prelim headliner, Steve Erceg versus Alessandro Costa. I think it's pretty obvious who I'm going for. I'm going with Steve Erceg. Steve Erceg is so underrated. He's such a good striker, such a good grappler, such a good kickboxer. He's like, in general, just a well-rounded fighter. He's long. I want to say he's tall, but he is pretty, lengthy. He's skinny, so he has like that Sugar Sean type power. I think Steve Erceg will win by knockout in the middle of the third round. And now for the first fight of the main card, Diego Lopez versus Pat Sabatini. I don't know if it's just me, but I think Diego Lopez is a one-trick pony. Other than grappling, he's trash at striking. He doesn't have good technical striking. He's not technical at all. Without grappling, he has nothing. Pat Sabatini has grappling. He can wrestle. He can strike. He is gonna dominate Diego Lopez. Diego Lopez has no chance. I think Pat Sabatini will win by TKO in the second round. Next fight up the main card, Matt Frevola versus Benit Saint Denis. I am going with Saint Denis, but I think this will be a way closer fight than everybody's making it to be. Matt Frevola has super, big power. I'm still going with Saint Denis though. I do think this will go to decision. I think it could be a split decision, but I'll go 29-28 unanimous decision for Benit Saint Denis. Next fight up the card, Jessica Andrade versus Mackenzie Dern. I know you're all gonna call me crazy for this, but this is the lock of the whole card. I promise everybody right now, Jessica Andrade will win by unanimous decision, 29-28. And now for the co-main event, Sergey Pavlovich versus Tom Aspinall. Look, this is a very close fight, but I do think Tom Aspinall is more technical and the better striker and the better grappler. I think Tom Aspinall will be able to KO Sergey, and I know that's crazy, but I still think he's way more technical. So first round knockout for Tom Aspinall. And now for the main event, Jiri Prochazka versus Alex Poatan Pereira. I'm going with Poatan Pereira to win this fight, and you gotta understand this. Jiri is just too open. He leaves his hands and he grabs your hands, and he did it on Glover, but if he does it on somebody with more reach than him, which Pereira does, he will get knocked out. So I think Alex Pereira will KO or TKO him in the second round. Those were all my predictions in under 5 minutes.